Hi. I just got back from inside and I'm just thinking about this concept. Like, the world has a funny way of, like, helping you. Like, or, like, what's attracted to you is trying to help you, and, like, sometimes we don't even see it. If that makes sense. Basically, what I'm talking about is I was outside and I'm sitting there, and, like, all my neighbors have their grass cut, like, really down to, like, nothing, and, like, my one neighbor, like, pulls out her weeds, like, constantly, and, like, has this garden, like, whatever, and my yard isn't cut right now, so there's all these, like, weeds everywhere, right? All these different kinds of weeds. It's, like, not just, like, random. There's all these different kind of weeds, and I'm like, the witch in me is like, what are these? Like, in the sense of, like, what do they do? Like, what do they symbolize? What do they do spiritually, magically? What do they do for the body? Like, the health benefits. Can I eat these weeds? So I'm, like, looking. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to download the plant app, the plant identifier app. I forget what it's called. And, it's the one where you just take pictures of it and it tells you what it is. So I just started doing that, like, with all these weeds. And I'm finding out, like, what they symbolize or, like, what I can use them for. And I'm just so excited. So I'm going to take Chia on a walk and we're going to look at some more just in my neighborhood. Like, but what I wanted to say was, it's interesting. Like, I feel like the other yards didn't have them, because, like, they cut their grass and they don't let them, get weeds and stuff. But, like, B, some of the certain ones, like, some of the certain flowers out there weren't growing in other people's yards. So I'm thinking, like, are these growing to, like, help me, or, like, like, help me, like, health-wise or something, right? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna show you, like, what we got here. So we have these, first of all, these, like, tiny daisies. They're called fleabane. Am I saying that right? Anyway, yeah. Okay, anyway, it literally says that I think they are edible. I was just trying to look into that and what they kind of do, but okay, so, like, they symbolize loyal love, gentleness, innocence, but the point here is they ward off fleas. They say there's no evidence for it, but it's like a known, like, legend or whatever, that they ward off fleas. So it's interesting because, like, I have 2 cats and a dog, and I have my dog who's always out there. It's so, and I'm, like, always thinking about that. Oh my god, about fleas, right? So it's really crazy. Like, does the earth just know, like, to do that? You know what I mean? So, like, there's this stuff, motherwort, okay, and it's literally says it's especially aligned with healing of women, improving cheerfulness. It's like it's a woman's herb. Like, it's good for, like, the women parts, but it's also actually really good for, like, chest, cough, respiratory type of, like, illness or sickness or whatever, like bronchitis or whatever. Whooping cough, that is what they used. I think it was either this one or the other one that I was looking at. It might be, yeah, I don't know. Might have been a different one, but it was literally, like, so that could be good for, like, the virus is going around right now, with the COVID and everything, like, so it's just weird. And, like, remember how I made this tweet a while ago, like, I kept seeing rhubarb, just wild rhubarb everywhere. And then I found out it has, all these benefits, again, with, like, respiratory, and I mean, a lot of benefits rhubarb has, but it's just interesting. that it comes to us at a time like this. And I feel like everybody has different weeds and different plants in their yard, so like go see what you have. Like even if you think it's just like spiky weeds, like go and like snap it on the app, picture this, and find out like what you have growing. Even if you think it's a weed, might actually be like beneficial to your health and you don't even realize it's like literally right outside your door, like growing, and you could just be like, you know. So I don't know, I just want to get into like the witch in me and wants to get into like the herbal studies and like, you know, flowers and weeds and shit. Like I feel like I'm turning into fucking Poison Ivy. I forget who she is, Dr. Isley or something, before she turns, I don't fucking know. That's what I feel like a plant scientist, like, god damn it, but I feel like that's what a witch is. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're gonna go look at more weeds around us because I'm really interested, and I also have some like flower and herb books, so I'm gonna look at that as well to see like if we can get more insight. There was literally like the like weepy willowy grass stuff, you know what I'm talking about? It kind of almost looks like a tiny pussycat, but it's like made out of grass. Pussycat tail, what are those things called? You know what I'm talking about. And it's grass. I literally found out today they mean like psychic powers. And literally like another weed that's growing out there that is literally so huge, like I will show you later, so huge, is literally for protection and hex breaking. Like it's just weird, the stuff that like, you know, is attracted to you or grows around you. It's like we need it. It's like we don't even realize it. We just like, oh, that's a weed, rip it out, rip it out, rip it out. But because I have all mine, I can do this, you know. And it's actually, most of those weeds out there are actually like, they grow in like really disturbed soil areas. Like the grass isn't very good out there. And so it's actually putting like nitrogen back into the soil. It's actually helping the soil, so the grass will get more healthy because of these weeds. So like, I don't know, Earth just always knows how to fix itself. It's so crazy. And yeah, I don't know. So honestly, keep your weeds if you can. If you don't, I don't know, if you don't care, like, I don't know. I mean, some weeds are invasive and gross and poisonous, and like, again, that's why you should be like looking at them all to make sure like which ones you should rip out. But a lot of them you can actually use and eat and get benefits from, that we're just not aware of. We're just told are useless and weeds and gross and whatever. I think probably on purpose, but yeah. I just think it's crazy, like, I feel like the plants that grow around you, it's so specific to you and like what you need, and the earth just somehow knows, and I think that's just so cool and beautiful. So I'm out here, so I'm a little bit down farther than my house, but it's still pretty much the same soil conditions, the same location, but I've already found 3 different kinds of weeds that weren't growing in my yard. A lot of the same ones, but already 3. I've been here for like 2 minutes, so I feel like that's what I'm saying, like nature is almost like accustomed to you, like it comes to you, you just have to pay attention, you have to be aware that like it could literally be like solve your problems health-wise. Ooh, I just see some white feather, so that's cool. And we're also like in this like swampy area right now. Oh, okay, I'm gonna scan some more plants. There seems to be some more, and